Oops, I'm sorry, I'm blue. Hello everyone and welcome to yet another live stream. Hi there. Hi everyone. I haven't wasted a single second today so far. Well, okay, I have wasted seconds, but I haven't wasted a single hour. I'm pretty productive, that's what I mean to say. Really productive. It's time for a child checkup? Yes, it is time for a child checkup. And also it's time for a video making thing, and hopefully make a lot of video to then have a lot of video finished, and once a lot of the videos finished, then we'll be close to uploading it, and once we're close to uploading it, we just have to walk a little bit further, and then will be upload time. Anyhow, how's everyone doing? How y'all doing? Lightning and Volt. Very electrical nicknames today. There we go. That's the music. No, hold on. That's only a single song. And right now, that's all of them. There we go. I like electric things. So do I. Electricity is cool. Is the music too quiet, too loud? Just right, not right enough? Just right, too right, not right enough? Something. Hi there, Mr. X. Welcome. Alright, screen main. So this is the video we've been working on for a fair bit now. And even though it might seem like a lot of it is missing, we're doing well. We're doing really well. Right here, for example. Actually, no, let's start right here. Let's start the third one. This is the chapter about why time is dimension.
Then the first number, the more forward we are on the axis, the higher number, the more backwards, the lower.
Like this, and then we have the odd numbers. Oh wait, that's short. This, however, that's the frames.
Then this axis represents the second number. Once again, same thing. And this.
Oh, what the perfect timing! Would you look at that? A lot of things just fit. How is everyone doing, by the way? It's just a genuine question. I really am curious. My life isn't interesting enough to have any stories. If there isn't time, there's no dimensions. Yeah, there's no dimensions, there is no time.
This for the third one. Now
therefore, QED times dimension.
Now we can take the ball and we can see that its position is representing its position, which may seem dumb and obvious.
Okay, this is a great, actually, this is a great conclusion of this chapter. The conclusion, the conclusion of the animation so far is that position represents the position of the ball. Which, yeah. How do I do it? Oh yeah, right. Take the rotation of the camera. Then take the position of the camera. There we go, make it smaller and move it forward. It's representing position. And now if we take this text, we parent it to the actual camera, then there we go. The text will stick, and even though it's a three-dimensional text, as you can see, it will stick to the camera. Do actually the other dimensions have names like time? No. That's actually the point of this chapter. Actually, perfect question, because that's exactly the conclusion of the chapter. Why is time a dimension? So the basic idea is you have spatial dimensions. So x, y, z, that's in our space-time, and then you have temporal one, which is just t. That's we have only one temporal one. And the idea is both of them are dimensions because both of them, because basically you can represent space-time as a four-dimensional vector. So you specify where something is on the x-axis, where something is on the y-axis, where something is on the z-axis, and where something is on the t-axis, and that's your fourth-dimensional vector for space-time. However, these two are different because they behave in different ways. So, for example, when it comes to the time dilation, or you know what? Basically relativity, temporal dilation, or length dilation, I think is what it's called, the other one, then is basically a relation between time and any one of these. So the idea is all of these are a dimension, however, these are interchangeable, this one is different. So if you replace x with y, if you shift these two around, nothing will change. If you shift these two around, nothing will change. If you shift these two around, nothing will change. If you shift these two around, everything breaks down. So it's not really that time is a fourth dimension. We have 3 spatial dimensions, 1 temporal one. There is no such thing as a fourth dimension. Yeah, it's cool. Math physics, or physics math, you can call it. Wrong frame, the actual frame should be right here. Oh, I did not have milk, the coffee. It tastes like dead. Yummy. Dead cream, my beloved. Can I ask what the time is making? You mean the hour, or do you mean like, do you want me to explain the concept of time? I can do either one. I'm open to, you know, I'm open to questions. If you mean like the concept of time, I feel like that was a much more interesting question. Well, that's kind of a difficult thing to answer. Think of it this way. You have... That's a problem. This is something that it would be so much easier to explain with an animation. That's precisely why I'm making this video. Every single point I'm making in this video is trivially simple. But it's really hard to understand unless you actually have a grasp of what dimensions actually are. If you have a grasp of what dimensions actually are, every single point is trivially simple. If you don't, you wouldn't be able to understand it without the animations. That's something that really requires a graphical explanation. Position explains position, which is just a great conclusion. Okay, I'm in the hour. I don't know, it's like at least 3rd AM at least. PM something. Why do people always ask me about the time? It's a common question.
See that its position is representing its position, which may seem
like time. I mean, I like time too, it's my favorite thing. I have a list of top 5 favorite things, and in order from the least favorite to the most favorite, it's information, it's abstraction, information, space, life, and time. As you can see, time is number 1. I love time, but like, asking for time, this feels like a bit of a, you know, minimization of what the true grandiosity of the concept of time, I would say.
may seem dumb and obvious, and that because, well, it is, but well, it is. But I want you to really appreciate just how obvious it is, because it will.
Most of the time I'm in bed. I do stream at random times, so it's not really a bug at this point, it's a feature. I stream at random times because we have people from all over the world watching, and I want to give everyone a chance to join in the stream. That's why, you know, streaming at random times
which may seem
is a good idea.
dumb and obvious, and not because, well, it is, but I want you to really appreciate just how obvious it is, because it will be important to understand why time is a dimension. Now let's take our example and reduce it to 2 dimensions. Now let's take our example and reduce it to 2 dimensions.
Okay, so in order to reduce it to dimensions, once again, trivially simple animation. We'll just take the position of this. I feel like it would be funny if I clear transform of that one, and then we can move this to 450. We do have the time for the animation now because this animation is very light, and just move it up. Yeah, it would be obstructed originally by this massive blue thing. Okay, this is not true. There we go. And then we're gonna start with this having the alpha of 1 and end with this having the alpha of 0. And there we go, just like that. We just disappeared one of the dimensions. Now we only have 2. And I guess we should move the Y more to the right, because that would give us some more space, yeah. Moving Y more to the right seems like a trivial thing, but it's not quite as trivial. Well, okay, it is trivial, just that there isn't really an elegant way to do it. We just really have to move it there. There we go. Also doing 0 dimensions. 0 dimensions is weird because 0 dimension just means no numbers. When it goes to 0 dimensions, it's a point. And there really isn't anything you can... It's a point. If you say that something is a point, you've already explained everything there is to explain about that thing. It's a point. There is no more information you can have. It's just a point. There is nothing inside the point because point is 0 dimensional, which means that, you know, there is no space. Literally, there is no space inside of the point. I don't have a good analogy for this because it's just the point. Save my taste. Well, I'm really glad then. And hi there, Alex, by the way. Your luck helped me a lot. Well, you're welcome for my luck. Okay, so that's this animation. Now it's time to go for the middle one. Like this.
Means the arrow. So, for example, if you have a ball going 1 meter per second in this direction and 2 meters per second in this direction. Now, this is convenient because if we want to find out where it will be after a second, we just take these arrows and add them.
Ah. Whoa, Premiere. I sometimes Premiere just how garbage. I sometimes forget how garbage Premiere truly is. Add them together, and I mean it with all the love in the world. Ball movement, my favorite subject. Oh, get your mind together.
And add them together. There. That's where our ball will be after a second.
Okay, the frame is a bit off looking, but we can walk around it.
That's where our ball will be after a second. There. That's where our ball will be after a second. That's where our ball will be after a second. There. That's where our ball will be after a second. But where would it be after 2 seconds? Well, we just take our arrow and add another one.
So after 2 seconds, we want this camera to move back. what's it, computer storage, space, or the exact specification of, because I don't know the exact specification, I only know the amount. It's around 3 terabytes at this point. 3.5 terabytes. Ba-da-bum. 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 Ba-ba-da. What's poppin'? Hi the ninja! Welcome! How you doing? Oh, the what are vectors, right? Yeah. We only have one file in this. Oh. This is the 210. We don't want to overdo it. Okay, so each frame was taking 12 seconds, now it's taking also around 12 seconds. Sweet. 3 terabytes. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, I have a lot of things to store. Remember the sulfuric bucket video? Well, that video is right now currently taking up 300 gigabytes of storage on my PC. And most of the time lapses I deleted. There's just footage takes a lot of storage to run to have a whole book for homework. Oof. What kind of book? Hi there, A guy. Ba-da-bum. Must look. Ah, you'll be fine. Hello everyone, welcome to yet another watching paint dry live stream. I'm so sorry. Yeah, we're watching paint dry, or animations render. It's practically the same thing. Okay, what else can we do? Oh, we can go back and do the first one, I suppose.
Could we expand it to something like... like 3 dimensions, so a ball with a force like this acting on it. What now? 3 numbers? Yeah. What now?
I have to complete math homework in 1 hour. Hardcore music. That's how I do it. Make have 30 seconds left to live. I just ingested a little of paint and quickly I need to figure out the best way to survive. Please help. 30 seconds? Oh, that's not a lot of time. Well, have you tried getting rid of the paint from your body? You can vomit it butt up. I mean, you know, there's no need to hurry. You can... But let me think for a second. What kind of paint? That's also pretty important. You should have specified, honestly. If I had 30 seconds left to live, I would be a bit more specific, because it feels like no need to hurry. Besides, listen. When you hurry, you screw things up. So I feel like we should really dig into this stuff. We should really think about this. Let's open up... This is the maker I sent to dynamic code. Poses. Now, right here what we like is a very specific pose. I think it's dead. Yeah. Does the paint have left in it? Oh, that's true. You don't want to get lead poisoning when you're chugging a liter of paint. Make it. What will be your greatest video? Will be future tense video about time. I already know it. That's gonna be my greatest video. And now what we need is we need 3 laughing make-its. What making are you making? I'm making a video, or rather making make-its... I'm making make-its make poses for the making a video in which there's 3 make-it. It's gonna give a surveyor, sure in case it's safe to enter. Not left to die. Yeah, Make it, do you have a jawline? Oh yeah, it's sharp. It's the sharpest actually. It's actually really annoying. Every single time I wake up, I'm just cutting myself with my jaw because it's just so sharp and, you know, good looking. I think it's dimensional, okay. Actually, hold on now. We're better than this. We can do it better. What did you just say? Make it. I saw you counting to quantum maths, and I couldn't see it. You lying. What? Wait. What did you meant to say? What do you mean to say? Make it. I saw you counting to quantum maths, and I couldn't see it. So you saw. Let's tackle this one by one. I saw you counting to quantum maths, and I couldn't see it. So you saw it, but you couldn't see it. Okay, so first of all, you saw it but you couldn't see it, which is a phenomenal contradiction. Second of all, counting to quantum maths. How can you... Okay, problem number 2, what is quantum maths? Problem number 3, how can you count to maths? Fourth, your would suggest that it's mine and not you are, which means my counting, which means it's not actually counting as an action, it's counting as in my counting, which means you saw but didn't my own counting. I'm assuming like a count. Counting 2, but then counting 2 doesn't make much sense. So you saw but didn't my own counting, which is what, size, as in 2 quantum maths? How could quantum maths have size? What is even quantum maths? So to answer your question, Akshat, I don't... What you said doesn't make any sense. I don't know, I couldn't really say if I'm lying. They make it. Hi, Krish, hi. My English is not Englishing. I have no idea what you even meant. Proofread, Akshat. Please proofread. You do realize once you type in the message, you don't have to send it right away. You can actually read what you just posted. Before you post, actually. You can read what you typed in. You can check if you're making any sense. I would recommend. doesn't actually have to be perfect because we'll be using a pretty neat trick, which I was taught actually by monks on the Mount Everest. There's like a secret group of monks, and they taught me the secrets to making outstanding things of all kinds, and they taught me this trick. There we go. Integrals are the best thing in calculus. I'm pretty certain integrals are like 1/3 of calculus. The other 2/3 are just derivatives and limits. So it's not like, you know, it's not a tough competition. Integral's name. It's mine to make it. Oh, why is this so grainy? That's curious. Took a really long time to tense on even. Which one is curious? Let's not plug this in right here. Oh, through emission. Increase that bad boy up. Now I can decrease it, and there we go. Ancient techniques. I think it was 11th, wasn't it? Make that in the video counting to quantum mechanics. First of all, there is no such video as counting quantum. There is addition to quantum mechanics, where you cosplay your iconic character. Your giant jawline was invisible. First of all, what do you mean cosplayed my iconic character? Ah, cosplay, that's how it works. Make it, don't you have a library for make poses? No, I just make them myself every single time. Like a normal person. I have a library of renders that I made. I mean, one stream we may do like a library of make it poses, maybe, for the sake of, you know, saving some time. Make it I normal, no. Next question. From which software slash website are you generating this background music? Suno. This is the name, Suno. And then we'll just take these two, pop them into their own collection, like this. And then for frame, just make it just stand. Like this. Do you have the classic version of Team? Of course I do. It's a January? Yeah, I love it. Alright, there we go. The other animation is doing, this one is still going on, and this one is still going on. Sweet.
Three numbers? What now? Three numbers? Yes.
There we go.
No, three numbers? Yes, three numbers. You can see all these.
Could you play it? It's not great. The base version of the theme is not quite as great as you would think it is. It's a very basic. Hold on, let me show you. Okay, so here's the original theme. Yep, that's the OG, that's the original, that's the theme. Which you can hear in actually all of these songs, all of these AI generated songs, you can hear it. Because all of them were generated based on this. Then I've made like a longer version for the, I think it was the computers video. That was a really long time ago. And so it goes on and so forth. And then Soda made the theme. So Soda KC Music on YouTube, would recommend subscribing, made this. like a year ago, or a bit longer than that. Which I think is really nice. That's the one you can hear on the beginning of the live stream and on the ending, on the end of the videos. Because the classic is the classic, and after this one, there is the one which not many people hear because I don't use it often. That's the one that Tefta made, which is the theme 3. Which is just a remix of me, and I just like it. I don't use it in the videos though, not much. And then Tefta made the theme 4, which is AI generated and is an absolute banger. It's... And then it just grooves like crazy. That's the one Super Bucket video. Yeah, that's actually the first time I've used this theme. Super Bucket video. I was so happy with this theme that I just right away put into a video because it was amazing.
You can see all simulations for all 3 of them. Now, that is one way to think about it, but there's a way we end up with a lot.
That when one time is making YouTube, you're not popping up. Am I not? No! No, but I need to be popping up. Oh, no, is that really true? Yeah. Make it. I used to pop up. I used to be the first result, at least with me. Ah, damn it! Tidevolt, welcome back.
Now, that is one way to think about it, but there is a way we end up with a lot, and I mean a lot of numbers, so isn't there like a way to simplify it? And the answer is yes. Think about this. This scenario might be dimensions, but what if we do this? Move the camera. Now, it sure seems like a single dimension, so we can note down all of this as a single value. But there's a problem. All of these values just lie on random axes. This axis.
The only problem with this song is that the AI has no idea how to like end it, so it just keeps going. Yeah, the AI has no idea how to end the song.
Example, and buckle up because this might be a bit of a bumpy ride. This red arrow will now have its own vector. It's one way to think about them, but there is a way we end up with a lot, and I mean a lot of numbers. So isn't there like a way to simplify it? And the answer is yes. Think about this. This scenario might be in 3 dimensions, but what if we do this and move the camera? Now, it sure seems like a single dimension. So we can note down all of these as a single value, but there's a problem. All of these values just lie on random axes, this axis. All of these single values just lie on the random axis, this axis. So all of these values...
Okay, so this has to go right here.
All of these single values just lie on the random axis, this axis. So how do we describe this axis using our 3 dimensions? Well, we can do it with a direction vector. So think about it this way. We have our basis vectors, so our red vector equal to 1.
Okay, this is an uncomfortable switch to the matrices.
So think about it this way. Well, we can do it with a direction vector. So think about it this way. We have our basis vectors.
This is a really uncomfortable switch from like physics to matrices. We need something that's a bit more smooth. Let me just freestyle
So
something on the
think about it
spot.
this way.
This entire thing is on a single line, which means we can do our single dimension simulation to represent... No, that's garbage. Hold on, I need to think. Make it, could you turn down the volume of the music? I can't hear anything except the song. Now? I'm pretty certain... I don't think there's anything playing in the background now. I'm pretty certain you could hear me loud and clear.
Direction vector. So think about it this way. With a direction vector. So think about it this way.
This entire simulation can be represented on a single line, so in a single dimension. That's because the ball is going in a straight line. So if you look at it this way, it sure seems like a single dimension. However, where is the single dimension? Or in other words, where is this ball going? At what angle? In what direction? Well, that's what we need our 3 other vectors to represent. That's why we can do all of the physics in a single dimension and then turn it into 3 dimensions. That's why we can do all of the physics in a single dimension and then use a vector to represent it in 3 dimensions. What kind of vector? Well, the direction vector. This entire simulation can be
This should be
on a
a
single
bit better.
line, so in a single dimension. That's because the ball is going in a straight line. So if you look at it this way, it sure seems like a single dimension. However, where is the single dimension? Or in other words, where is this... Bum bum ba bum bum ba ba bow.
About this way.
Ba. This entire simulation can be represented on a single line, so in a single dimension. That's because the ball is going in a straight line. So if you look at it this way, it sure seems like a single dimension. However, where is the single dimension? Or in other words, where is this ball going? At what angle? In what direction? Well, that's what we need our 3 other vectors to represent. That's why we can do all... Well, that's what we need our 3 other vectors to represent. That's why we can do all of the physics in a single dimension and then turn it... That's why we can do all of the physics in a single dimension and then use a vector other vectors to represent. And then use a vector to physics the vectors to represent. That's why we can do all of the physics in a single dimension. When's the next live Make It switch? In 2 days. In 2 days, we'll have a live stream in which we make a new 3D Make It. This time, it's a space Catboy Make It. That's what the new make it will look like. Space Catboy. Speaking of, hold on. Who's winning in the when it comes to the top makers? Haha, Mad Scientist, of course. Ghosted is last, as expected, because Ghosted sucks. Space Catboy make it, yeah, that's it's on my hands. Kuand chose Space Make It, and Ali chose Catboy, so Space Catboy it is. It shouldn't be all that difficult to make, actually. How are those make it chosen? The patrons decide. If you're a patron, you can just choose what the next make it should look like. And then I'll make that make it. So for example, for this one, Ali chose the doctor. No wait, I think it was the other way around. No, I think Ali chose the doctor and Kuan chose the AI make it. So we ended up with a doctor AI. For the one we have right now, Kuan just chose the miner. No other suggestions. For the ghost, oh, the ghost was a mess. Because I think Ali wanted a ghost, Tefta wanted a Scottish ghost, and Kuan wanted an IKEA walker. So the ghost, it was an absolute train wreck of a mess. Speaking of, we should add the Oscar statue make it and the miner make it to the make it team.
Well, that's what we need our three other vectors to represent. That's why we can do dimensions, but we need our three other vectors to represent. That's why we can do all of the physics in a single...
Hi Devnon! Hi, welcome. Now this will be a bit of a tricky animation to do.
That is one way to think about them, but there is a way we end up with a... Is one way to think about them, but there is a way we end up with a lot, and I mean a lot of numbers. Now, that is...
We're gonna do some Frankensteining. That's...
Now... That's...
This is what I call it Frankensteining, because what we're basically gonna do is... We're going to... there we go. Parametric is last, graphic is first.
That's... Now...
I'm gonna switch up the audio. 3.3 and then...
That is one way to think about them, but... There is a... That's...
There we go. This should work pretty nicely, I think, if kind of not really. Let's see.
But that's the way we...
Yeah, doesn't fit.
That's... Now...
Fine. But this way we end up with a lot of numbers. Should be much better.
But this way we end up with a lot of numbers.
Oh my goodness, I sound awful without any like audio stuff. Parametric equalizer, and then dynamic processing, and then graphic equalizer, and then audio gain 3.3.
Now, that is one way to think about them, but this way we end up with a lot of numbers. We end up with a lot, and I mean a lot of numbers. So,
and there we go. This should be good enough. My neighbor's dog's acting up.
Now, that is one way to think about them, but this way we end up with a lot of numbers. So, isn't there like a...
Yeah, you can hear the cat, but good enough.
To simplify it? And the answer is yes. Think about this. This scenario might be in 3 dimensions, but what if we do this and move the camera? Now, it sure seems like a single dimension. So we can note down all of these as a single value. Think about this. This scenario might be in 3 dimensions. So we can note down all of these as a
Alright, there we go.
And the answer is yes. Think about this. This scenario might be in 3 dimensions, but what if we do this?
And right here we want to move the camera. Move the camera to an angle, so you right here, we want you to disappear. Oh, do you have the alpha plugged in from this? That's kind of pointless. Oh no, it's not. Shucks. Okay. 36 to 210. Nope, 210. And then match the angle. There. That should do it. How many makers are there? Well, there's the OG Make It, there is Makita, there is Mad Scientist Make It, there is the Roped Up Farmer, there is the Wooden Statue Pirate, there is the Medical Mac Practice, there is Scottish Ghost, there is American Make It, Oscar Statue Make It, Miner Make It, Creepy Make It's also there. I think that's it. I think 11 or 12 so far, something like that. All right, now you and Muff multiplied by 1. There we go. Now what we do is right here we set this to 1. And right here we set this to 0. And now as we move over there, this slowly disappears. Sweet! Ah, another render, another thing to render. Oh, how lovely. 43. And this number is increasing every 10 days. Yes, every 10 days we're making a new one. So yeah, in 2 days this should be 12 or 13. Two minutes per frame. Okay, at this point I should probably end the stream because the render times are a killer now. I just have to wait for all of this to render. What a fun time! Still doing yeah, I do animations from time to time. But I feel like that'll be it for this live stream. Animations are getting longer and longer, and so that's a sign I should probably also work on the other stuff in the background. So that'll be it. It was a festive live stream. Hope you all enjoyed. And for now, I suppose that'll be it. Thank you everyone so much for watching, and have a great day. Bye.